My father, Danny Robichaux, decided to join the Marine Corps after a traffic accident when he was in high school. He was driving to high school, and his best friend was in his passenger seat, and he was like I guess many teenagers goofing off and went off the road and hit the back of a garbage truck and tragically killed his best friend. During that time, he made a decision, from what I'm told, to go to Marine Corps recruiter's office and enlist in the Marine Corps as a rifleman, Marine Corps infantryman during Vietnam, during the height of the Vietnam War. And so he joined at a time of war, in a moment of just trying to reconcile, hurt and struggles in his own life, and ended up serving as a United States Marine rifleman in Vietnam. Hi, my name is Chad Robichaux, and I'm the founder of Mighty Oaks Foundation, and I'm also a former Force Reconnaissance Marine and Afghanistan veteran, and part of a 3-generation Marine Corps family. Following in the footsteps of my father and being a Marine was always something I was very proud of. I really learned a lot about my childhood and why my father was the way he was because of his experience in the Marine Corps. Being a combat veteran, going to Afghanistan, facing my own demons and my own struggles coming home from combat really helps me to reconcile a resentment, anger I had towards my father for such a difficult childhood. And in the end of his life, because he did pass away at the end of his life, we were able to have reconciliation because of the common bond we shared as combat veterans and as United States Marines, to be able to understand and have empathy for him for the struggles that he faced in his life, and make amends with him at the end of his life. Being part of a 3-generation Marine Corps family is something that just brings great pride upon my family. Not the fact that we got to experience being Marines and benefit from being Marines and the things that you get out of military service, but the fact that our family is a family who's made decisions to serve others and be part of something that was bigger than ourselves. And we, I think all of the people in our family, through our good times and bad times, through the highs and lows, like my father experienced, like I experienced, and like my son Hunter has experienced and probably will in his life. Even in those hardest of times, that the idea in life to put others before yourself, to serve others, that life's not about you. And really, you learn that in the military service. You learn that being part of a combat veteran, about serving other people. And it's just something I'm really proud of, that we have 3 generations of that legacy and history in our family.
Hello everybody, my name is Hunter Robichaux. I'm a 3rd-generation Marine. I'm currently serving in the United States Marine Corps Reserves. I am a forward observer, and I have been with my unit now for approximately 6 years. So growing up, I saw my dad deploy quite a bit. I saw him as a young Marine. Not very vivid memories of him going into the reconnaissance community, but him deploying a lot as a recon Marine to Afghanistan. It gave me a goal in life to walk in the footsteps of not only him, but the men he served with. I saw a lot of good men go before him and the men that he served with, so that was something I always wanted in my life. I wanted something that was bigger than myself and something that I can have for the rest of my life, that I would never, ever be able to find anything that would match it. From day one on those yellow footprints at MCRD, San Diego, or Parris Island, you're instilled that it is not about you. It is about to the men and women left and right of you. And that's something so special about the Marine Corps, because they break you down from being all about you to being all about your team. Being part of a 3-generation Marine Corps family is a pretty big deal. There isn't too many 3rd-generation soldiers, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, Space Forcemen now, or Marines. So it's a very special thing to see. You see a lot of like, oh, my dad was a Marine, so I joined the Marine Corps, but definitely not as many as like my grandpa was in Vietnam, my dad was in Afghanistan, now I joined and I'm in Afghanistan. So it's a pretty big deal, especially being a child when we were doing the invasion of both Iraq and Afghanistan. It's a very big piece of my heart to be able to deploy to the same place my dad deployed to. And it's almost surreal sometimes, because I look back and I'm like, man, my dad deployed to this area in Afghanistan. Now I'm at the same spot in Afghanistan that he was at. So it's an extreme honor to serve the United States of America and serve the United States Marine Corps.
I think one of the coolest things, but also one of the hardest things, is that we both got to experience it, both of us being Marines. Is one, obviously I was extremely proud of you when you joined the Marine Corps, became a Marine. I was like really happy and motivated, and we were telling everybody. And then when I found that you're deploying, like how nervous I got, because I had complete confidence in like your ability, just watching you grow up and the training you had, and I just had confidence in your ability, but I was just scared as a dad, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was in Afghanistan all these times, and I never thought my son would go to Afghanistan, and then you deployed, and a lot of the struggles I had with my own like anxiety and depression and just like old panic attacks that I hadn't had in years, like all those things I started struggling with again, and it was just so different being on the other side of it, like with you going. And I thought back like, oh wow, you probably had to experience some of those same things with your dad being gone. And I remember times like me leaving, and like you were smaller and like hugging me and crying, and you were like crying so hard. I remember with my last deployment, you were crying so hard you couldn't even stand up. Your body was like, you were just like crying, and so it was like it was always easy for me to go, but then now I was getting left back, and it just didn't feel right. It felt so weird. Like I still don't feel that old, where I should not have to stay home while my son went to deploy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I remember definitely being younger and like super, obviously like at first it wasn't as big of a deal because I just saw you going to work. That's how I saw it. But then once I started maturing, see how many times like you were gone, it definitely was like more real. And then like hearing the stories when you come home, like when you got home, like I would just ask for presents. Like, did you bring me anything home from Afghanistan from like a bazaar or something? So but then like the reality started to hit, like when you like started coming back more, and then being able to see the difference, and then hearing about buddies getting hurt and stuff like that. And then when Foster died, like that stuff happened, like, so definitely like made my mind kind of nervous.
Yeah.
So I would say like, obviously like I wasn't like nervous at all to really go to Afghanistan, and I don't think you were nervous at all to go to Afghanistan. But it's the people at home that get nervous.
Yeah, that was different. It was different. I told a couple people while you were gone, I'm on my 9th deployment, and it's the hardest one.
Yeah.
It was the hardest one for me. And so I got a taste of my own medicine, I think. And it was hard, but I didn't want to take that from you. I was like super proud of you, and I'm glad you went, and I'm glad you got the experience, got to serve that way. And I'm just glad you're home.
Yeah, definitely glad I'm home.
We're both home.
Yeah.
And now it's really cool that we get to work together at Mighty Oaks, and take both our experiences and serve others who are out serving and going to come back home.
Yeah, definitely. It's finally nice to be able to like be on the same level as like the guys that come through now, because obviously like when I was a kid running around Fight Club, or now called the Legacy Program, it was a lot different. So like being able to come back now, like as a guy that's been in combat, and talk to these guys and be on the same page as them now, and understand the things they're talking about, not only from the stuff of combat to the stuff of being stuck on a base and being bored 24/7.
And help the younger guys be prepared to go. Be prepared to go to combat through our resiliency programs.
Yeah.
You're not getting younger, you're getting older, like me, and you're about to do a lot of that kind of stuff too. And I think that's just great that we're both able to take our experiences and share them with others.
Yeah.
Including this one. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Not just those in the military, but all around the country and the world. Just happy Father's Day. And I hope as dads, you're as blessed to have amazing kids, and like I have with my son Hunter and Haley and Hayden. I'm just so blessed to be that God would choose me to be their father. And so that's the greatest Father's Day gift I could get each year, is just to be their dad. And I hope that each of you feel as equally as blessed as I do. And I hope you enjoy your day.
Happy Father's Day, everyone. And thanks so much for the love and support. And we hope this message touches some people in ways that definitely needs to be heard.